a story called Dasha Avatar from Indian mythology. Are you ready? Okay, let's begin. Dasha Avatar means the 10 forms, the Dasha Avatars of Lord Vishnu. Okay, before we go into these 10 avatars, we need to know the reason for the 10 avatars. Okay, and before we go into that, let me tell you something about the background. Okay, you know that as per our Indian mythology, the trinity of gods are Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the protector, and Shiva is the destroyer. Right? The trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. Now, Brahma, the creator, during his lifetime, his one day is known as a Kalpa. Okay? And that one day of Brahma, for us, you know how many days or years it is? It is 4.32 billion human years. Amazing, isn't it? Now, so that is one Kalpa, that is one day of Brahma. And what is one night of Brahma? That is the dissolution or Pralaya. So during Kalpa, the creation takes place, and during Pralaya, the destruction. So, as per Brahma, the whole day he creates, during night he sleeps, but at that time what is happening? Destruction, Pralaya. And then the next day is yet another Kalpa, followed by yet another Pralaya. And this goes on and on and on. Okay? Okay, let me tell you something about Yugas. There are 4 Yugas: Satya Yuga, okay, Treta Yuga, then Dwapara Yuga and Kaliyuga. Okay, so the Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kaliyuga, all of them form a cycle. Okay, and that one cycle has these 4 yugas. In one Kalpa, there are 1,000 such cycles of the 4 yugas. Okay? Alright. The duration of one cycle of the 4 yugas, as per us, is 4,320,000 human years. Okay? Are you able to follow this calculation? Never mind. Whatever it is. Okay. Now, during the Kalpa, the creation takes place. Enough to understand that. Now, once what happened was Brahma, the creator, was tired by the end of his Kalpa, by the end of his day, and he was feeling a little sleepy, and he just let out a yawn. And you know what happened? The Vedas, you know there are 4 Vedas: Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda and Atharvaveda. There are 4 Vedas. Those 4 Vedas escaped from Brahma's mouth. It so happened, and at that time, a demon, that is an asura called Hayagriva, was passing by. And he said, "Oh wow, the Vedas are escaping from Brahma's mouth. Let me quickly concentrate and focus so that I can absorb all the Vedas." And he opened his mouth and focused with all his mind, and he took all the Vedas in his mouth and hid himself under the ocean, in the depths of the ocean. Brahma was just about to fall asleep, and he was unaware of what had happened. But Vishnu, the protector, was very alert. He noticed that. What? What did he notice? The Vedas had escaped from Brahma's mouth, and this demon Hayagriva had taken all of them in his mouth, and he went and hid himself in the depths of the ocean. Now Vishnu, being the protector, he said, oh, now it's my responsibility to retrieve the Vedas from the demon. And the demon is not going to just give away the Vedas if Vishnu goes and asks for them, right? Okay, so Vishnu made a plan. So what happened? Okay, what happened was that there was a sage called Vaivasvata Manu. What was he called? Vaivasvata Manu. He was praying. He took some water in his palm. He was standing at the river bank. He just took some water in his hands and he was about to offer the water to the gods. At that time, he noticed that in his palms, there was a little amount of water, and in that water there was a tiny fish. And the sage saw the fish and thought, oh, this little fish, it must be so scared. And he was just about to put it back into the river when the fish started talking. It said, oh, respected sage, please do not put me back into the river. So the sage was astonished that a fish was talking, and he was paying full attention to what the fish was saying. The fish said, please take me home and protect me. So the sage decided, all right, I will do that. And the sage had a Kamandalu. You know what is a Kamandalu? A Kamandalu is a container in which the sages, they carry water in that. So he took some water in that Kamandalu and he put that fish into that Kamandalu and he took that Kamandalu home. And soon he saw that the fish had started growing. It was suddenly too big for the Kamandalu. So the fish said, oh sage, this Kamandalu is too small for me. Please transfer me to a bigger dish. So the sage took a big bowl. Okay, and in that bowl, he took water and he put that fish into that bowl. And soon the fish grew so big that that bowl was so small for the fish. And then he transferred the fish into a bigger container. The fish was soon too big for this container. Then he transferred it into a pond. Soon the fish grew so big that the fish was too big for the pond. And then he transferred it to a lake. Then this went on to a bigger lake, and then to a huge river, and then into the ocean. The fish was so huge that he had to transfer it to the ocean. And he was wondering all this while, how is this possible for a fish to grow so big so soon? And then he said, this must be Lord Vishnu himself. So he said, Lord Vishnu, please tell me, is this you? And Vishnu said, the fish was indeed Lord Vishnu. That is, Lord Vishnu, the protector. He had taken this form of a fish. In Sanskrit, fish is Matsya. Okay. So now we are talking about the first avatar of Vishnu called Matsya Avatar, right? So Lord Vishnu has taken Matsya Avatar, and so this fish, that is the Matsya, he spoke to this sage and said, yes, I am Vishnu. I have taken Matsya Avatar for two purposes, okay? Now one is to protect you because just after 7 days, What is going to happen? Pralaya. Pralaya is going to happen. Pralaya? What is Pralaya? This whole world is going to end. That is Brahma's night, right? And the Kalpa or the day of Brahma gets over and the night begins, what happens? Pralaya sets in, right? So during Pralaya, what happens? The whole world gets destroyed. So Vishnu, that is in the form of Matsya, said to this sage Vaivasvata Manu, you have 7 days. Okay, within these 7 days, please collect the 7 Rishis who are called the Sapta Rishis, 7 sages, and collect a sample of every seed, plant, animal, all the living creatures which should be protected so that they can continue into the next Kalpa. Okay, so collect all of them and be ready. On the 7th day, that is by the end of the 7th day, you will see a huge boat coming towards you. And all of you please get onto the boat and then I'll be there to protect you. And the fish swam away. Now, where did this fish go? The fish went into the depths of the ocean. To do what? To find the demon Hayagriva. So the fish said it had 2 purposes. One was to protect the sage and the living creatures, the important ones, and the other was to retrieve the Vedas, right? The demon had stolen the Vedas. So the Matsya or the fish now went deep into the ocean, found the demon, and the demon noticed, a huge fish is coming towards me and I must not open my mouth. He said to him, I must not open my mouth. If I open my mouth, the Vedas will escape. But as the fish approached, said, and he came so close to the demon and the demon was so scared that he opened his mouth. All the Vedas escaped from his mouth and the fish killed the demon Hayagriva. The fish took all the Vedas, went up, swam up, and then by then the 7 days were over, and by then the sage Vaivasvata Manu had collected all the Sapta Rishis, the 7 sages, and a sample of all the seeds, plants, animals, everything, and they were all ready. And what happened on the 7th day? Huge thunderstorms and rain, and there was flooding and so much water everywhere, so much wind, and they were all scared. What's happening? But Vaivasvata Manu said, don't be scared. Lord Vishnu promised that he will come and protect us. So have faith. And at that time they saw at a distance a huge boat coming towards them. And then all of them got into that boat, and that boat was tumbling and shaking in that water, in that ocean. And then the fish came back. This time the fish had a huge horn on its head, a huge long horn on its head. And the fish said to Vaivasvata Manu, please tie your ship to my horn with the help of a rope. What rope? A serpent called Vasuki. So Vaivasvata Manu tied the boat to the horn of the fish with the help of the serpent. Okay, the long serpent. And the fish said, don't worry, I will be, pulling the boat in the water. Nothing will happen to all of you. I will take you through all this Pralaya. Okay? As the whole world is destroyed, you all will be saved and you will reach a safe spot, and then when the next Kalpa begins, you will be creating the next set of people. Okay? So, that is how Vishnu, in the form of a fish, that is Matsya Avatar, he retrieved the Vedas and saved Vaivasvata Manu and all the important living creatures along with the Sapta Rishis for the next Kalpa. So when the Pralaya got over, Matsya, that is Lord Vishnu, presented Brahma with the Vedas because he needed them to carry on his job of creation. Alright? Okay, the end. What have we learnt from the story? See, this Hayagriva, the demon, why did he get killed by Vishnu? Because he stole the Vedas. So, we learn never to steal anything, right? And you see this sage Vaivasvata Manu, and along with the Saptarishis and the important living creatures, they were all saved in spite of the fact that there was Pralaya and the whole world was getting destroyed. Why is it that they were all saved? Because they were good people. So, be good. Okay. Now, please remember to like my video, share with everyone and subscribe to it. Okay, I will be back very soon with the second part of Dasha Avatar. Okay? Till then, it is Madhavi Aunty saying bye.